The last time I traded VRU, I made a lot of money, so I'm trying not to be biased right now. Just looking at the price action, seeing what we could do, and I think I'm gonna get involved. Yo, what's up, Tim? It's RealLilSpazz with Alpha Day Trading. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. As you can see, a stock went from $10.50 all the way up to $15, and I'm in the red, $71. How did that happen? Well, first off, I probably shouldn't have been trading. I should have been disciplined enough to not be trading, for the simple fact I woke up this morning not feeling too well. I have a little cold, so obviously my thinking isn't going to be on point. And when you're trading, especially in this market, your thinking needs to be on point. So if you feel any type of under the weather, you probably shouldn't be trading. Obviously, because you could lose money. Thank God I only lost about $100 throughout the day. I'll explain how I lost a little bit more in a second. But VERU, I'm down $71. Let me explain what happened. So pre-market, it went from $9 all the way up to about $11.50. And honestly, I should have known that there was going to be profit taking. But as you seen in the clip earlier, I was biased on VERU. I had a feeling that it was going to move, and it did, but I sold before I was in the hole a lot, before it started increasing in value. So I got involved around 11:57 for the break. Over 12 to 13:45 was my target. It obviously started decreasing in value, and I told myself that I would get out at 11:20, which was pre-market highs right here before the open. It cracked there, but then I thought, dang, let me hold until $11 because that's natural support. It ended up cracking $11, and the second it cracked $11, I just took my L and walked away. It started decreasing in value, but ended up finding this 1050 support where it bounced off once, basically bounced off a second time before increasing all the way to my target, literally to the penny. Let me zoom over. And it just started going ham. Obviously, people took their profits right here. Buyers started taking control again. It created new highs of $15.15 before giving everything back to $13. Well, I figured that I wasn't disciplined enough to not even trade it in the first place. I told myself that I'm watching this run. I told myself that I'm not even going to get involved. Like I said, I shouldn't have been trading in the first place because I'm sick and I wasn't disciplined enough to do that. So I became self-aware and then became disciplined enough to not make any more trades on VERU. BWV, let me see what that's looking like. BWV, as you can see, I'm down $27 about. This trade was very, very fast. I got involved around 11:20, and honestly, I should have saw that it was starting to roll over rather than curl over. And the difference is, see how this is making more of a U shape, and this is making more of a like an arch from the top towards the bottom. So it went from 11:27, and as soon as it cracked this trend line, which was about 696, 697, I just took my L and walked away. As you can see, I'm down $27. So about $100 on the day. Decided to not make any more trades after that. Okay, the SPY. Let's go over that. The SPY, everyone's talking about why the SPY is rallying right now. Well, the SPY is rallying because that Fed just had an announcement, and inflation is not worse, but it's not better. That's why the SPY is increasing, because things did not get worse. Did things get better? No, but again, things did not get worse. So I guess that the market reacts positively to that. And you know me, when the SPY was decreasing, I was trading UVXY. I made UVXY. I made about $260 2 days ago on UVXY. I actually sold my position at the perfect timing. I saw the SPY was starting to make new highs after making new lows of 385, and I've noticed that anytime the SPY makes new lows, see, a new low was 387 right here, and it made new lows of 385. Anytime the SPY makes new lows by a few dollars, it always increases in value by a few dollars. See how it went from 385 to 387 and then bounced from the low all the way up to 392. If I go back in history, like last week, last month, the month before that, is going to continue to show signs of that. But I was trading the UVXY before it started showing signs of an uptrend. I decided to take my profits of above $260. And I held that for about 2 days as well. While the market went from about 405 all the way down to 385. $70 loss on that. Alright, I have my loss for the day. See, I'm happy I got out when I did. Trend line started to crack. Down 100 for the day. Yeah, I'm done trading. That's enough. BWV obviously just cracked the trend line. This red line is the trend line. This orange line was resistance. It got above resistance, so I bought a position. Just 100 shares to get my feet wet because it's a Friday, and I know Fridays are known for shorters, meaning people are selling off rather than buying and going long. That's why our top percentage gainer is 30%. Compared to 100, 200, even 300%, it's only 30. And I came into the day knowing I probably shouldn't have traded. That's why I've only been trading the UVXY, which is an inverse ETF, UVXY. And that's doing nothing as well because the SPY must be at least showing signs of strength. Yes, it is. It came down to 395 for a quick second, but as you can see, let me zoom in. It's starting to increase. That's why we're at 398 coming from 395. $400, that's going to be either resistance or support. If we could break over $400, which I don't think we will, we have room to 405. If 400 acts as resistance, which it most likely will, we have room down to 389.